changed, and we'd like you to hear a few of their stories. Spent years doing physical work, leaving his feet sore at the end of the day. After starting Relief Factor, he felt so good he did something he'd never done before. He ran a half marathon. Now he tells all his friends about Relief Factor. I've got back issues. I've been taking Relief Factor every single morning for years. Without it, the back problems come back. They make it easy to find if you'll be the next person telling us Relief Factor gave you your life back. 3 weeks for just $17.76. Simply go to relieffactor.com, that's relieffactor.com, or call 800-4RELIEF, 800-4RELIEF. You'll connect with our friendly local team, and they'll do everything they can to help. We hope you'll be soon sharing your story with us, too. relieffactor.com, 800-4.
Bodies have been recovered after a migrant boat capsized off the Tunisian coast. More from correspondent Rika Garcia.
At least 2 people have died and around 12 are missing after a boat carrying migrants capsized off southern Tunisia. At least 1 survivor was rescued. Authorities recovered 2 bodies and transferred them to a hospital on the nearby island of Jumba. The migrants were believed to be headed toward Italy. Migrant departures from Tunisia have fallen sharply since the European Union and Tunisia signed an agreement in 2023 to curb irregular migration and deter human traffickers. I'm Rika Garcia.
Congo has received more than 16,000 doses of the Ervebo vaccine as the country grapples with the fastest Ebola outbreak in history. Over 16,000 doses arrived at the international airport at the capital late Friday night. Breaking news at townhall.com. FBI Director Kash Patel says the Bureau has eliminated a DNA processing backlog that once topped 1.8 million samples. Here's Richard Boyd.
The announcement from the FBI is exactly the kind of accountability conservative voters demanded, fixing years of what they see as bureaucratic failures, putting public safety first. The samples came from federally convicted offenders, arrestees, and certain detainees under the Combined DNA Index System, or CODIS, to help solve violent crimes. Patel says new equipment, staffing, and technology brought the backlog down to 0. Richard Boyd reporting.
Bitcoin and gold shot higher this week, with both getting a boost from some frantic action surrounding the bond market, and the cryptocurrency also benefiting from activity in Washington. Both Bitcoin and gold have fallen sharply from their highs set in January. You'll find more on these stories at townhall.com. I'm Ron Taylor.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WDDF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests. Hey, Joey, what's happening? I mean, what's happening in Middleboro and surrounding towns? It's time for the Middleboro Week in Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. For news, Middleboro News, here on AM 1530 WBBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Middleboro in Review. I am Joey Driscoll. Today is the 23rd of August, 2026, as we move closer to Labor Day and unfortunately the unofficial end of summer, Don. How sad. Summer's almost over.
I think September is the most beautiful month of the year.
Yes, it is.
I always look forward to September.
My
The first
opinion.
2 weeks off. That 6-week period is usually perfect weather, as long as it doesn't rain.
Yes, so
Heavy rain.
Yeah. Stay tuned for Friday's show, by the way. I've mentioned this before last Friday, but this Friday I'll have Chachi LaPrette on, and we'll be talking about, of course, the Lorenzo's event coming up on Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, and also 4-H fair. We're going to get into a little bit of that, too. 4-H fair is coming up pretty quickly. 5th and 6th, I believe, are the dates. So stay tuned for that. We'll be talking with him about that, too. 10:35 a.m. on Friday morning.
Yeah, that's a band, too. They're going to have Beatles.
I'm going to have a Beatles band as
Yeah,
well. So it's a pretty big Lorenzo's event coming up this Saturday.
We're not going to be able to make it because we're
Yeah, we will be
Prepping.
out of the state.
well, not on Saturday, but we'll be prepping to go to.
Yeah, we'll be prepping to go. Yeah.
prepping to go to see
Not out of the state.
Kushner
We will be
Guthrie's band out in Washington, Mass. They have an outside venue. It's like a town thing, like Middleboro has, and all these different towns. But we're hoping to see Al Guthrie there. He lives in that town in Washington. He has a farm in Washington, and there might be some Al Guthrie sightings there. If not, they're just a really good band. We saw them at the Guthrie Center August 1st. We saw was it August? Yeah, August 1st.
That's August 1st.
Yeah, we saw them at the Guthrie Center, and what a great show that was. Al Guthrie's grandson, but I mean, it's just, I feel like I'm listening to Al Guthrie. And three-piece band, and they were pretty good. And they did some Pete Seeger songs, and they did some Al Guthrie songs, and they did a few songs of their own. Some Woody Guthrie songs too. So it was really, really fun. And we'll look. Actually, my friend Mark and his wife Lisa are kind of got hooked on them too, and they're going with us too. So we're all gonna go down and see the show, and and then we're gonna get some dinner and hang out. We're gonna get a hotel up the street, and then whatever. But I mean, music's the healer, I think, in all aspects. If you're having a bad day, you can listen to some music that makes you feel good. You can listen to some stuff that's older and gives you some great memories of the past, good times. I normally don't represent music with bad times. It just doesn't work in my that's not my wheelhouse, I think. But really looking forward to going to that show, and I don't know, we got to make our plans for our
Yes. So
vacation.
not tomorrow, but next Monday I will be out. So there will be a tape of Middleboro Matters we played from this past Monday. It will be replayed next Monday. So stay tuned for that. I also will be off on Thursday. I'm back Thursday night. So
yeah, we're gonna go. Yeah. This is the plan. We're gonna go. Come home Monday morning. Stay home because I want to vote Tuesday. I definitely want to vote in the primary on Tuesday, September 1st. Very important that you vote, and I'm voting. So, and then the polls open at 7. So as long as we're at the polls early, we can head out.
7. We'll be there at 6:59 a.m.
Well, we gotta catch a train. So
exactly. Yes.
We gotta
be there.
We gotta be in Springfield by 3.
And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and then coming home Thursday night. So
yeah. We're gonna do like an Amtrak vacation. Go up to Vermont, ride the 2 Vermont services down the Hudson River, and then Long Island Railroad, a ferry, and then back home. So nice. we like to travel around and check out these different avenues and stuff like that. And I just hope, Amtrak's been notorious for being late all the time. So it's either you're 5 hours late or you're 5 minutes late. There's no in between with Amtrak. It's either a disaster or it's not that bad.
Exactly. All right. Well, there you go. That's what's happening over the next couple of weeks here with me and my shows. So stay tuned for all that.
And then when's Chuck Hart coming?
Chuck Hart is coming. That will be not next Sunday, but the following Sunday.
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today.
Yeah, that's good. That was a good show.
We will also have on that show just a 20-minute segment for that show. But we will also have Stephen Provost of Touring New England.
Well, he's going to call that same show?
He's going to call that same show, yes.
Yeah.
So we'll, sure you'll have questions. I'll have questions. I'm sure Chuck will have questions. So we'll implement Chuck into that.
Well, I've been trying to get Chuck all these years he's been coming in to go to the Station Nightclub Memorial Park. Been open, he can go this time. It's really not a bad ride.
It was a really powerful experience there.
Yeah, I took you once, right?
Yeah.
it seems like what I got out of it is it seemed like the stone, the marble was bleeding. And I thought the park was crying.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that there was a fire in 1970 at the same location. I mean, it was just a fire. It wasn't no casualties or whatnot. But I mean, it's definitely hallowed ground over there. It's my cousin. It's funny how people know, but my cousin Elizabeth knew a friend, and she told me to look out for her. I knew somebody from school who passed away.
Mm-hmm.
A DJ, Dr. Metal, Mike, what's his last name? I forgot Dr. Metal on WHJY. Mike Gonzalez, I believe was his real name was. He didn't make it. Didn't make it. And then the guitarist for the band. But I remember calling. I used to at that point in time, 2003. I listened to WHA a lot, HA a lot. So like Paul and Alan, I like the personalities and whatnot. And that's before Bluetooth and everything. You just listen to back in the day. You just listened to stuff on the radio, and I spent a lot of time in trucks and doing my job. But there was somebody, Steve. I got a hold of him after it all went down, and I said, what happened? How Dr. Metal die? And he says with a lot of people went back in to see if they could help. That was a lot. That was some cases of a lot of people who made it out and then went back in, and then just the toxic fumes, whatever they were, just took them out and just wiped them out. So, it's weird, but you hear about people making it out, and then they went back in to help, and then they ended up dying. So, his name was Steve Conti, and I'm not sure if he's even with the radio station anymore, because I don't listen as much as I used to, but just another personality. And you hear these personalities from people you listen to in the past, and they're all joking, they're having fun, but after that happened, they couldn't crack a joke for months.
Yeah.
Everything was just melancholy.
Yeah.
For sure. So
okay. Well, 7:17 a.m.
Hope I didn't bring everyone down there, but I think it's important to
we will
talk about that.
We will raise the spirits right back up here after our commercial break. We're going to take a commercial break. Well, we're
because of the Patriots,
we're there.
Right?
Well, not just that, but I want to bring this up. I want to bring this up because me and Don just finished watching something. And I have to talk about it because...
Do you think anybody cares?
It's going to bother me if I don't.
Do you think anybody cares?
Maybe one person out there will listen to us and say like, oh, yeah, I watched that too. And I watched the original series. I got to talk about it. It's going to bother me if I don't because it was so good.
Hey, that's what you don't call a middleboro in review with Joey Justo for no reason at all.
So let's take our commercial break first, and then we will come back and we will talk about it briefly. We won't spend the whole hour talking about it, unless we get phone calls about it. But we'll briefly mention it, and then we will recommend people to go out and watch it because if you like anime, you're going to like this series. Trust me. All right, we'll be right back.
Is that your new thing?
What? Oh, I don't know. My other bumper wasn't put in here yet. So. Oh well, Work with what we got.
Everyone's going to be using that bumper.
Work with what we got.
We're on our final lap of summer, and Labor Day is in front of you like a checkered flag. This Labor Day, don't drink and drive.
When is Photoglads starting next week?
They start tomorrow. So
they can't run them on the weekends, right?
Yeah, between 9:30 and 11, I need to put it into the replay machine. I'm gonna be doing that
Voices of Our
today.
Land is a live, community-centered radio program that explores the rich cultural histories and contributions of the diverse populations that have shaped southeastern Massachusetts. It's hosted by Louis Laura Fridays and airs from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at AM 1530 and 99.7 FM WBBF. Join Louis for some great hometown conversations, stories, and interviews.
He's getting a lot of
about the
good
traditions
guests, huh?
that continue
He
to
is.
define our
He's
area.
doing pretty good.
Voices
Yeah.
of
Doing a
Our
good job.
Region With Louis Laura from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here on your hometown radio station, WBBF.
Okay, let's see here. 320. Oh, we don't have 320. Right sides. Oh, come on. Big fingers. There we go. I'm hitting. Is it?
What's this, your first day?
No, it's just.
Fat thumbs?
Yeah, it's just. It's annoying. It happens sometimes. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're back. 7:21 a.m. as Dawn makes fun of me over there for my inability to push buttons. Sometimes
Fat thumbs.
he makes fun of me.
Well,
Anyway.
the thing is, you think about it too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't think about
maybe
it.
Maybe I do.
One with the button. Sensei. One with the button. One with the button.
Be one with the button.
One with the button. Okay.
Exactly. Be one with the button.
Uh,
All right.
I mean, it's bad enough your bumper music got bumped. Bumped. Get it?
Yeah.
Bumped, no pun intended. Got bumped.
Eventually, we'll have it back. Anyway,
So your bumper music got bumped, but you still have the same.
open and everything.
Opening, right?
Yeah. No, that's
Don't
not
ever-
what our instant
don't
replay
ever-
machine's doing.
Don't ever lose that voice. Don't ever lose Tony's voice.
No.
Never.
That's gonna stay.
Talk about
For a long time.
talk about excitement.
It's gonna
You
stay
know,
for a long
what's
time.
happening, Joey? You know, it's just talk about a way to open a show. It's just
Okay, I have a question from a viewer who just texted me.
Who's the viewer?
Our viewer from Florida wants to ask, what are thoughts on the 250 car race today?
I love
Thoughts. Great.
it. We wanted to go, but
Great, cool, awesome. Not gonna watch.
you're
Not gonna
not
watch.
gonna watch it. Why?
Not an IndyCar fan. Not an IndyCar fan.
It's more. It's not. I mean,
I get it. No, I get it. I get it. No, okay. I get it. It is in Washington, D.C. The streets of Washington, D.C. I get it. All right, I get it. If it was NASCAR, I would watch. It's not.
You just don't like
NASCAR.
the Indy cars.
I don't like IndyCar. No,
There's something wrong with you.
I'm not a fan of Indy. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm not a fan of IndyCar.
If they're gonna be driving like Monaco. Indy car goes through Monaco. You know that, right?
Yes.
You ever watch that? No.
I have watched IndyCar. I have before. I can't get into it. I don't know what it is.
I love the idea of it going. I think that's gonna be one of the best things they thought about. You know who started that?
If it was NASCAR, I would be all over
You know-
that.
okay.
I don't know. It's just my preference.
Okay,
my personal preference.
when Mayor Lori Lightfoot did it in Chicago, 5 years ago?
That was perfect.
Was that NASCAR?
Yes, that was NASCAR. That was perfect. More cities should do this. More cities should do this.
No one really did it. She was like,
Washington,
she was the first-
DC should do this.
she was like the first one to. Well, it's a different race car. So you're telling me if it was a NASCAR race car, you'd like it,
Yes.
but because it's a different style vehicle,
It's just
you
my
don't like it.
It's just my personal preference.
That's right.
I gravitate towards NASCAR.
Yeah.
I always have.
Yeah, but racing's racing.
Yes, sure. But I always have gravitated towards, Kyle Busch, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Dale Earnhardt, things like that.
You could run pickup trucks in that race because you can only go so fast. It's not like they go 220 miles an hour down Washington. They can only go so fast.
They go pretty quick.
Yeah, but they're not going. They're not going
180.
race. They're not going. Johnny was a race car driver. Speed, right?
Private reference right there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Don.
Yeah. Jerry was.
Jerry was a race car driver. Yeah, go check that song out. By the way, very, very interesting song. But yeah, I don't know. Just my personal preference. maybe I'll watch it when it's over. I don't know. Anyway,
All right.
moving on from that.
Okay. I mean, maybe the call, maybe the caller didn't want, or the person texting, which we know who it is.
Yeah, we know who it is.
Didn't need all that. You know, it's a yes and no question.
I was going to spend about 30 seconds on the question, but you decided to make me kind of expand on my thoughts. But anyway, yeah, okay, moving on from that. Short answer is cool.
Yeah, by the pool.
Anyway,
I think it's gonna be cool, and I bet once you.
I'm sure it will be.
Once you see highlights, I think
I'll watch the highlights.
Once you see highlights, you'll get hooked, and you'll have to watch it. Guarantee, I'm gonna walk in tomorrow, Tuesday, and you're gonna be watching it. I'm gonna say, "Oh yeah, really? You didn't want to watch it?"
You know what's similar? You know what's similar and what's better? You mentioned Monaco.
Let's put it on for
That's
years.
F1. That's F1 that does that.
Oh, it's
not IndyCar.
Oh.
IndyCar doesn't even. IndyCar is not as cool as F1. I'll watch F1. Absolutely, I'll watch F1 because
what's the difference?
They have.
What's the difference between F1 and IndyCar?
The international part of it.
But the vehicles look the same.
Sure, but
I mean,
every single race is either in a city, or at a really cool racetrack with a lot of history. Now,
there you go. What's more history than Washington, D.C.?
I get it. Okay, I get it.
Beulah.
The international flair.
Beulah.
The international flair of F1. I just kind of gravitate towards that a little bit more. If IndyCar had, let's say, some races in Canada, or some races in Mexico, or a race in Alaska, if they went over to Alaska and did a race.
Wasn't IndyCar like one of the first?
Then I'd watch.
Wasn't IndyCar one of the first races to start in the world in 1903? 1903.
May have been.
Yeah.
May have been. I don't claim to be a historian.
Just like Washington, Massachusetts, and Chester, Massachusetts are the first mountain railroads in the world. I don't claim to be a historian on motorsports, so okay.
I can't tell you exactly what the information is on that.
Anyway, guaranteed you're gonna be watching it. All right.
Our today in histories, our birthdays, our passings. 79 AD. 79 AD. Mount Vesuvius begins stirring on the feast day of Vulcan, the Roman god of fire. Boy, Don, that can't be good, Don. Huh? No, that's not good.
No.
1831, Nat Turner rebellion of enslaved Virginians is suppressed on this day in 1831. On this day in 1904, you'll like this one, Don, the automobile tire chain is patented. One of the best inventions ever, Don. So the automobile tire chain. Without that, trucks wouldn't be able to run during the winter. It would be impossible.
That's why everything was rail. That's why there was railroads everywhere, because that was the most dependable transportation to get around year round.
Exactly. 1973, a bank robbery gone wrong in Stockholm, Sweden, turns into a hostage crisis. Over the next 5 days, the hostages begin to sympathize with their captors, leading to the term Stockholm Syndrome. It's a weird one, Don. 1991, the World Wide Web is opened to the public. Our birthdays for today, 1913, Bob Crosby, American swing singer and band leader. Born this day in 1917, Tex Williams, American songwriter and guitarist. Born this day in 1934, he actually passed away this year, Sonny Jurgensen, American football player and sportscaster. Born this day in 1949, Rick Springfield, of course, the
Jesse's Girl.
He
did a stint on
Real American as well.
He did a stint on General Hospital too, I think.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
Interesting. I'll have to go check that out.
You know what? Watch reruns at General Hospital.
Just as he's Rick Springfield, yeah. Why not?
It's funny. I never used to watch soap operas, but I got into a.
Stephen A. Smith was on one of those. We will listen to Stephen A. Smith. He's on ESPN.
I remember about 20 years ago.
He was on one of those.
Your grandmother there, Ellie. I kind of got into watching some soap operas with her. I had to break out of that soon, but it was cool.
Born this day in 1978, Kobe Bryant, American basketball player and businessman. Unfortunately, he had passed away in 2020. He was killed in a helicopter crash.
With a daughter, too.
With his daughter, yeah.
Sad.
Born on this day in 1990. There was two birthdays on this day in 1990. Seth Curry, American basketball player. I'm not sure what team he plays for, but he is the brother of Steph Curry. Born on this day in 1990, Mike Yastrzemski. Mike Yastrzemski, you might know that last name. Mike Yastrzemski, his
father.
His father, Carl Yastrzemski. Yeah. No, grandfather. Not father, grandfather of Carl. Grandfather is his grandfather there is Carl. So yeah, he did play for San Fran. I don't know if he still does at this point. The Giants. I'm not sure if he still plays for them. Anyway, passage on this day. Bobby Bonds. Bobby Bonds, the father of Barry. Is it his father? I believe so. I believe they're related. Might be either father. Maybe not. They may be not related. I apologize. Just the same last name. They're not related. Bobby Bonds, passing away on this day in 2003. Also a baseball player and manager. He was born in 1946. He would have been 80 now, still alive. Passing away on this day in 2023, Terry Funk. American professional wrestler. I believe tomorrow is also the 3-year anniversary of the passing of Bray Wyatt as well. Or it was yesterday. Either yesterday or tomorrow is the 3-year anniversary of that. As well. So there you go. There's your birthdays, Taking History's birthdays, passings, and all that stuff. We'll be right back after the news. We are going to do our weather, and then we'll get into a little bit of television recommendation. We'll be right back.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Michael Herring.
You do have to read about the shuttle bus guy who went the wrong way. The Orange Line shuttle bus. He went up to.
I think I saw that online.
Yeah.
I was like looking at that. I was like, what?
Yeah. He ended up in Stoneham.
Gee,
nationals and qualified aliens. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said the days of illegal aliens collecting taxpayer-funded benefits are over. Willie Nelson, Washington.
Iran's president
Willie
is
Nelson,
a
Washington.
memorandum of understanding with the U.S. as the best way to end the stalled conflict. He emphasizes the agreement.
You know what? I bet it's spelled differently. I bet it's like Willy Nelson. The guy from Salem.
Return to being a traditional infantry battalion.
Last November, 600 soldiers formed the 173rd Airborne Brigade in Europe that specialized in drone warfare and was set up to be used as a dedicated unit that could deploy anywhere drones.
There's a little read here.
General Christopher Lamine,
just put it aside. I will.
I'll battalion to refocus on its core mission of being an airborne infantry unit. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky said in March that Ukrainian officials were helping 5 countries in the Middle East and Gulf region counter Iranian drone attacks, while the United States and European countries were among others that requested their support. Bernie Bennett in Washington.
Bitcoin and gold shot higher this past week, with both getting a boost from some frantic action surrounding the bond market, and the cryptocurrency also benefiting from activity in Washington. Bitcoin got help from President Trump, who urged Congress to move quickly on crypto legislation. The dollar sell-off also helped gold and Bitcoin as investors moved toward the alternative assets.
Was that actually him?
More on these stories at townhall.com. middleboro.com.
Larry Elder here. When it comes to supplements, two things matter most: whether it works and whether you can trust it. Rather than just tell you about Relief Factor, we'll let our customers do it. We hear from people every day whose lives have changed, and we'd like to hear their stories. Doug took Relief Factor for a year before convincing his wife, a special needs teacher, to try it. She's been using
There he
it
is.
since just
There's
about
Willie
a
Nelson.
long hallway at school.
Who's
Now
that?
she's
That's
back
Willie Nelson
and
from
never gonna
SRN.
leave the job she loves.
Oh.
I take Relief Factor.
Same spelling.
All right.
Relief Factor.
Same spelling and everything.
It's
I love it.
easy to
That's
find out
hilarious.
if you'll be the next person telling us Relief Factor gave you back what you love.
Oh,
Really,
that's-
just
that's definitely kinda funny.
$17.76. Go to relieffactor.com,
Oh,
relieffactor.com,
man.
or call
That's-
1.
You don't have to read. We'll just talk
number
about it
4
because these
relief. You connect
articles, every
with
time you
friendly
put it
local
on,
team, and they do
advertising
everything
comes
they
on,
can
and then
to
we'll
help
sort of
you.
read
Let's-
it.
Soon
let's
as sharing
talk
your story
about it.
with us, relieffactor.com.
Chris sent me something. What?
The number 4.
Chris just sent me something about Hong Kong City.
Kazakhstan is voting in a parliamentary election that is expected to further strengthen
What's
President
this?
Kasim Tokayev's grip on power.
Hong Kong
in
City will be
Central
closed
Asia's
August 23rd through the 27th as we
pro-presidential
take some
party
time
is
to make
predicted to win a
updates
majority in today's
and
election,
improvements
with
to our
other more
restaurants.
parties likely to enter
We are
parliament.
excited to make
Tokayev
some
has been
changes
in office
behind the
since 2019.
scenes
He initiated a
and look
constitutional
forward to
reform in
welcoming you
March
back
to merge
Friday,
two
August
parliamentary
28th.
chambers into one and to
Oh,
expand his
okay.
So they will close this week.
So they're closed
Ukrainian
today
President
and
Volodymyr
through
Zelensky
Thursday.
says actions by Defense
Okay.
Secretary
I mean, that's not going to affect us, I don't think.
including his
No.
involvement in
Obviously,
calls for elections were
we're
misguided.
here, so
Zelensky also
we're open
mentions
Friday,
problematic
August
No, they're
28th.
just
decisions over
probably
defense
just doing
spending
it.
and inaccurate
It's probably
information
inside the
from
restaurant.
They might be doing some kitchen,
led to an awkward encounter with
uh,
President Trump about
kitchen
who knows, they might be
Russia.
putting new stoves and, you know, all that stuff. You can't have a restaurant. I mean, when you do all new food, well, Mato tells me too that when he used to do.
Yeah.
We'll start off on the real quick, all right? We'll just
Oh, I just gonna just do the weather real quick and we'll do that. Yep.
we'll talk about it. The articles, I just everywhere. You read an article and something will pop up that they want you to buy.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, 0. We're back. I turn another up for music here. 7:37 a.m. here on a cloudy Sunday morning, but I believe it's not raining outside, so that's good at least, I guess. 66 degrees outside of our Hong Kong City studios here at 14 Church Green. 79 today for the high, 65 for the low. Rain is in the forecast later on this morning, but it looks like it will clear up here when it comes to the rain at least. It will be cloudy all day, so you're not going to see the sun, but should improve weather-wise Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. High 70s, clear skies all 3 days. So there you go. That's pretty good. Middleboro, 66 degrees, cloudy, high of 79, low of 65. Tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, pretty nice temperatures in Middleboro. In Driscoll, Texas, high of 100 today. 100 degrees down.
In Driscoll, Texas?
Driscoll, Texas today. Heat advisory today, of course. High of 99, low of 75. And the low temperatures, yeah, they don't really get much better here over the next 10 days. Actually, the temperatures really don't get much better over the next 10 days. So they're going to be, if you're listening to us in Driscoll, Texas, might be a little bit of an extended heat wave here. No rain either in the forecast. All 10 days, clear skies. So that's interesting there. Driscoll, North Dakota, 55 degrees currently, clear skies, high of 83, low of 55. Will become cloudy this afternoon. There is a potential of rain, but it won't be until tonight for Driscoll, North Dakota. 50% chance of rain tomorrow, high of 85, low of 63. And in Holiday, Florida, cloudy, rain throughout the afternoon. Right now it's cloudy and it will stay cloudy throughout the morning, but in the afternoon you might get some thunder showers there. High of 86, low of 79, currently 79 degrees. Rain every single day, at least a chance of rain every single day in Florida. You know how it goes in Florida. You know, it may say a chance of rain every single day the next 10 days, but more than likely you're not going to see any rain. Or if you do see rain, it's for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, it could be fun. I mean, it could be for like a half an hour.
Or it could be, exactly.
You know, when we were down visiting my sister, she had to come home from work, and she hit it pretty bad, you know. And then when she got home, boom, 5 minutes later, the sun came up. He said, you know,
Yes.
he's like, that's Florida. I said, you had to
Exactly.
fight your way through it for the last half hour, or 20 minutes, or whatever the commute was. And then as soon as she got home, 10 minutes later, the sun come up. So,
All right.
yeah.
Don, how does one drive on the wrong side of the road? And how does one drive on the wrong side of the road?
What are you talking about? We're not nothing about the wrong side of the road.
What
I didn't tell you
What
that.
did you send me? Something about something
I
on the
didn't
wrong
say
side of
no.
the road?
I didn't say no. I didn't. I did not.
Okay, then this is my bad.
All
Don.
right, you get on the right side of the road over here. All right.
What's the story, Don?
The story is.
I was only half listening. I'm sorry. What's the
I
story?
got your coffee. Why? What's the matter with you?
Well, it was a commercial
What's the
break.
matter?
I was paying attention. I was
What's the
paying
matter?
attention to the all the things going
What's
on
the matter?
here at the studio.
Okay. No.
What is the actual story?
The story
Thank you,
is,
Dan.
I believe it was Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, and I'm not reading off a thing because every time you read off, just whatever. I'll just tell you what I heard.
Just tell us, yes. Because
That-
apparently I'm confused.
Yeah, you are. MBTA shuttle bus.
Yeah.
Okay, they're doing an 11-day closure on the Orange Line. Okay, and a MBTA shuttle bus went the wrong way and headed north to Storm when they were supposed to take people to North Station.
Oh, the wrong
The
direction.
wrong direction. And
That's
people-
not fun.
And people on the bus, from the interviews I heard from different news sources, was like telling them where to go, get off here. But I mean, if you don't know,
How does that happen?
well, the thing is, if you don't know how Boston's laid out, you're gonna end up on Storrow Drive.
Just GPS it. Don't they have GPS in those buses?
Remember when in 2022 we took a ride on the shuttle bus, and we were talking to one of the bus drivers, and she was a nice lady, and she was from Atlanta. So a lot of these people in these bus companies come up from. They said
They're not from here.
right. So
They're
I mean,
from other places.
you can't really blame the. But I mean,
No, you can't blame the MBTA here.
well, you can because they're
I mean,
supposed-
you can, and you can't.
You can. You can. Yeah, you can because they're supposed to know the route. Okay.
They're really supposed to.
they're not supposed-
They should put GPSs in the buses.
I didn't know the Orange Line was extended to Storm. All right. How many
They,
people?
they should put
How-
GPSs in the buses.
How many people were late for work that day? Just because
Too many.
it's not a GPS. It's a certain way they have to go, so they can't GPS it. GPS will just take you the way everyone did. The MBTA, it's
But don't they have maps to show them?
yeah, they usually do a dry run, and they do the run. Okay, but this person just went north and was supposed to go south on I-90.
It's so easy to get lost in Boston.
But the problem is, if you get off at Storrow Drive or you get off at Memorial Drive, you gotta
and in
get,
any city, actually.
well, yeah, you gotta give the bus a haircut because you gotta hit one of those low bridges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so easy to get lost, not just in Boston, but really in any city. New York.
But
Especially.
I know they do dry runs, meaning they have the bus drivers just run the route a few times so they get to know it. But I mean, I think it was just an honest mistake. He hopped on the highway and went the wrong way,
Sure.
and
Yes.
I don't know.
And
I just think maybe if you bring drivers in, especially when you're dealing with passengers, on-time passengers who need to get to work, maybe I don't know. Maybe you should really, make sure they kind of have an idea where they are.
So I think the easy fix to that is maybe having somebody in there.
Who knows?
Who knows to like sit in one of the front seats, and kind of just like guide them if they have any questions, like just guide them.
But what happens is the bus company comes with their entourage. They come with their employees, and
Yeah.
they run. It's the bus companies that even hang out at the designated stops, which was supposed to be the orange line stops.
Yep.
And tell people to get on and off. Okay. T people, they may have a T thing, but I think they may work for the bus. So yeah, but I don't think they'd have the. I mean, how many buses are you talking? You don't have enough employees for that.
Mhm.
You gotta hope they pay attention. I mean, what do you gotta pay? You gotta pay somebody to sit on a bus. So this guy should know where he's going.
Yeah.
He was trained. They did a dry run. I mean, they probably paid him for 2 days to do a dry run. Used all that fuel up. I don't know.
Yeah.
How's
So-
Stoneham? Do they go to Stoneham Zoo? They hang out. They go to Dunkies. What do they
I don't
do?
know if that's something.
They went 10 miles out. No big deal. They're making a big deal out of it. No big
It
deal.
is a little bit. It is kind of not a big deal.
And they say, well, that person isn't driving. And what would they fire the guy?
Other than the people being late for work,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal, honestly. Whatever.
Well, if you're coming from Oak Grove,
Then
take the commuter rail in.
Yeah. Okay.
I
I don't know.
don't
All right.
know. That's just me.
All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can kind of navigate my way towards what is different here with this.
Don't get lost on the highway. Don't take the wrong ramp.
Yes. So
Don't take Store Drive and give you a bus or a haircut.
we have talked about. I don't know how many times on this show, but we've talked about it. And maybe if someone out there knows what this series is, if you do, you're free to give us a call, 508-822-1106. But in the late 70s, there was a anime series that came out. I can pretty much call it anime. It was in Japan. It was called Battleship Yamamoto. And me and Don have talked about this, kind of the backstory for all of that and kind of what it means to Japan. This was like 30, 35 years after the war. The Yamamoto, of course, is a big, historical thing when it comes to Japan and their navy. World War II. And Japan created a series in the 70s. It was brought to the United States in 79. I don't know exactly when Battleship Yamamoto came out. It might have been a few years before that. But I believe the American version of it was 79, John, I believe.
78, 79.
Okay.
It was highly edited.
It was very edited,
Very
yes.
edited, because if you watch the cartoons in the United States and Japan are totally.
Let's just say it was edited for a general audience. Okay, let's just say that.
Yeah.
All right, to take out a lot of the violence and everything else like that. So that comes in, and it's a great series, by the way. I've seen it. Don has seen it probably a million times, probably way more than I have. Don told me yesterday he knows that series, the first season, in and out, by heart. So it's a pretty important series to a lot of people. So the original series comes out, and then there was 2 other seasons as well with that.
Well, one made U.S. Airways, the third one didn't.
The third one didn't. So there's 3 seasons. In the early 2010s, they decided they wanted to remake all of those. The first season, that came out in 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. Me and Don, we just finished watching that. And I gotta tell you, it's one of the best remakes I have ever seen. It is so good. And it adds some things. It doesn't, make the series completely different, but it really adds some things that I think enriches the story more. Adds a couple of characters, I think, here and there. The characters are basically the same. The only thing that's different is the names. So, in the original United States series, you got Derek Wildstar, and things like that. In the remake, he's not called Derek Wildstar. All right, so
Yeah, they're just Japanese.
the Japanese names, yes. Nova in the U.S. version, but he's not called Nova in the remake. So
Yeah, try to remember the names after we watch 26 episodes.
the names, yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
But there are new characters in there that were not in there as well. They fleshed out the story of the Gamelons a lot better, I think.
I thought it was more of a positive as far as the Gamelons.
A
But
little bit.
when we're talking, just to let everyone know, we're talking about Star Blazers that came out in
Star
90.
Blazers.
Okay, that's something. And you're right, it was really edited for TV because you watch the newer episodes, the 2010 episodes. That was geared more towards adults because it was a fallen from my generation who loved that, and it was it was so well loved that they get it over. And there was a motion picture that came out of Japan too.
Yes.
But in the cartoon, they don't show like people flying out of airlocks when.
And they don't show the
No,
story
they-
at
and they
all.
don't- and
of the
they-
Gamelons.
and they don't show like blood.
They don't show.
They don't show the blood.
I don't think in the original series there was anything talking about Gamelons and any kind of resistance within the Gamelons. I don't think that was in the original series. That's in the remake.
Right.
They don't show any. I don't think outside of Deslar and a couple of characters, they don't show any other major characters.
Well, different name, Deslock. You know what I mean?
Deslock, exactly.
So I don't know, maybe they had to change the names for for copyright situations.
Exactly.
That's what I think it was.
I mean, the ending is still the ending.
Yep.
If you've watched the series before, the ending is still the ending. I'm not gonna spoil it.
No.
I won't spoil it.
No.
It's a happy ending. That's all I'll say. Well, not a happy ending. Okay. Let me rephrase this. Happy ending when it comes to the Earth story.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
There's some sad things at the end.
It's
If you've seen the original series, you know.
it is uplifting. I mean, it's sad.
It's uplifting.
It's sad because
in a way.
it's war, but it's an uplifting storyline altogether.
Yeah.
Because all war on Earth ceased
Exactly.
when the whole world, and that's what's going to happen.
And I gotta tell you, those last couple of episodes
Yeah,
in the remake, just awesome.
but that's what's going to happen. I mean, all war will not cease until the human race has a common enemy we have to deal with.
Exactly.
And that's just showing that. And
it shows that perfectly. In the
and
series.
that was the concept when that came out in the 70s.
Yeah.
Out of Japan. So, I mean, it's just,
I'll just
it's just
one
a
last
good-
thing here
it's
I'll
a
mention
good
about
story.
it
It's a good story.
is it really shows some of those major characters in the Gamelons. Fleshes out their story a little bit more and kind of shows their kind of allegiances and kind of like motives and things like that. It's really interesting because they really flesh that out more.
They talk about a lot of like conquered
Exactly.
worlds, and now these conquered worlds are working for the Gamelons, working for the enemy, and they're considered second-rate citizens or whatever. So I mean, they really touched on that. Which, I mean, the American version, they pretty much had just the cartoon, and they had to put all the voices in. They had to put the storyline. They had to make it
And
appropriate for U.S. television in the 1970s.
and another thing you when you watch this as well, and you probably will realize when watching it, is there's a lot of references to World War II. A lot of references to World War II, or these little subtle things about about some of the things, especially the Gamelons. If you watch it for long enough,
Well, the whole idea of subspace and the subs and the Nazi and the German command.
and the Nazis,
Well, I'd say German.
And German.
I want to call them Nazis.
Germany,
You know what I'm saying?
the German, in World War II.
Right. Well, you got to realize the Germans had a robust submarine in World War One and World War II.
Exactly.
They were like pioneers.
So you kind of get those subtle things about World War II and what that's all about.
Well, I mean, I
In that
think
series.
the creator survived World War II.
Exactly, and Battleship Yamamoto, as I mentioned,
Was a ship that was sunk.
big time importance in World
Yeah.
War II.
Yeah,
For the
the Yamano was sunk.
So that's our recommendation for today for our television series. Go check that out. If you're into anime at all,
So what's it
you
called?
will love that.
What's it called?
Battleship Yamamoto 2199. That's what the remake is called. But if you really want to get into the original series first, check out the original series first. It's on YouTube. All of it's on YouTube. All three series, all three seasons of the original are on YouTube. Check it out. It's great. And then go watch the remakes of all three series, of all three seasons, and kind of just you'll see a lot of differences.
But the thing is, you know what killed me on the original series is the 1 and 2 I grew up with. Okay.
Yes.
And then they had the third one that only wasn't picked up in the United States, so they called it the Bola Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And when it finally made YouTube or got it online or it was produced in tape, because I remember I got a couple VH tapes of like two episodes of 4 episodes of that. All the voices would change. So I mean, you're so used to the voice, like you said, you know something by heart, and you're so used to the voices, and then now you got new voices, and you're like, and
Yeah.
and this. So I'm really looking forward to seeing these other 2 series because now I think we're going to be dealing with but we're not 100% sure because we haven't started the second series. But because when we watched, it was all Japanese credits, and then like 8 episodes in, it was American credits.
Yeah.
So we kind of
Weird.
scratched our head on what's going on here. So
It's weird. I don't know.
Yep.
But apparently the company that did it, that was their last series that they did. So maybe it was the company that was just like, hey, we're towards the end of the season. We're kind of running out of money or whatever happened to the company. I don't know. But it was their last series that they ever did. The company that did the remake. That was it. They were done.
I think with the changes, just the subtle changes,
Mm-hmm.
it was probably a totally different company than the company that did the original Star Blazers.
New characters, by the way. You got some really interesting new characters.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, with a good lawyer,
yeah,
and say, well, you got to do this, that, and the other thing. Maybe they didn't have to pay the royalty fees to. But then when they start something, and then the lawyers come in, and now you're in court, and now, okay, well, now you got to pay because you lost. But we want to keep the series going. Now what do we do? Well, we got to put these credits in. You got to cut us a check.
Give this, change the character names. The characters can still look the same. You got add some characters in there. But
we got 2
what you gotta do.
Actually, we got two more seasons that one I know, one I don't know, and then another one that was never a part of the cartoon in the 70s.
And in the original series, was there ever one of the sisters Iskandar on the ship? I don't remember.
No.
In the original series. No. So that's another difference as well. One of the sisters, and this might be a little bit of a spoiler. I don't care.
It's
one of the sisters is on the ship.
Well, it's a mystery because they
kind of. That's what it sounds like.
Well, not to lose everybody who's listening to us, but I guess in the remake there was 2 sisters involved. One died, and one made it, and one went a year before the other one came.
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
and because if you're
and there's some confusion there.
Well, if you come in the timeline on the original when they come back and the ship's already built and they're ready to go and they have plans for the wave motion engine done.
And this is the last thing here.
Timeline.
This is the last thing here. There's some confusion here as well because there's that 1-year timeline and everything with that. And Nova had some sort of accident. So it was a car crash.
Yeah. No. Well,
so there was some confusion throughout the series, if you watch it, that she was actually from Iskandar.
It was like a mystery.
It turns out probably not.
Spoiler alert.
A little bit of a spoiler alert, but probably not. Anyway, okay. Patriots won last night.
Because who they play?
They played the Eagles.
I hate the Eagles.
Very good game.
Don't you hate the Eagles? I just hate. I just
I don't hate any.
I hate Eagles fans.
I don't. I don't really hate any team.
I hate. Hate is a hard word, but
Dislike.
But I mean, you were in Cleveland, Ohio in 2017,
Well-
and you were snobbage. I don't want to be snooby, or I don't want to get snotty.
I strongly dislike the Browns,
Then
and still not
you were snotty though. I see you want to go and check out. No, snotty.
because they're terrible.
You should at least looked at the. It's still.
I looked at the stadium. It's a nice stadium.
Yeah.
A bad team plays in said stadium
Yeah.
though, so I'm not too happy.
A girl, the sausage king, right?
And we're still talking about that team being terrible a decade later. So, am I wrong?
I don't want to get snooty.
Am I wrong? for
I don't
being
want to
a
get
little-
snotty.
for a little snotty about the Browns, and the Browns are terrible. I'm sorry. I mean, don't get me started on their quarterback situation. It's bad.
If we go to Cleveland, we'll get a nice cheap ticket and get to watch a game. Maybe the other team beat up on the Browns.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ever again. Well, we won't get into that. We've gotten into that already. Yeah,
I've seen eighth grade.
it's whatever.
I see eighth grade exhibitions better than that.
Yeah, well.
Except for Johnny Cash's bus. Well, that was cool.
We gotta go. Thank you, everyone, for listening to today's program. Again, if you liked anything we talked about today, especially if you're interested in checking out Star Blazers or Battleship Yamamoto 2199, go do that because it's awesome. If you like anime at all,
Good
that's
storyline
really
too. If you're good into a storyline,
absolutely. The
you got a
story's
love-
great.
You got a love story part of that too.
Love story, a story about war, a story about devastation,
Honor, everything.
and honor, and yeah, absolutely.
And maybe you get a better basic ideas with how the Japanese people are.
Exactly.
It kind of woke me up when I was younger.
That's the importance.
It woke me up when I was younger, and growing up with respect for other cultures.
Mhm.
That taught me early.
And that's a big series that shows that. All
All right,
right,
just taught me early not to be ignorant and arrogant about
Exactly.
other
No.
cultures.
exactly.
Taught me.
8:02 a.m. Bye-bye, everybody. I'll be back next Sunday. Or for this show next Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow morning for another edition of Middleboro Matters. Bye-bye. And that's basically the live thing of it is that kind of series shows you. Yeah, I gotta pay this
Right.
stupid gas and electric bill because now it's at $183. Ugh.
What was that?
It was at 78, so it went
really?
up to 105
When was
for
it
this
due?
month. It was due on the 19th. Oh, I forgot about it.
Just give him the 79.
I'm just gonna give him all of it.
All right.
I don't care.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I gotta go to Dorchester and look at a job. I'll be back. All right.
Okay.